Welcome back, Cowboys Nation. As the NFL offseason continues to churn with speculation and buzz, few teams remain under the spotlight quite like the Dallas Cowboys. And that spotlight is burning even hotter right now thanks to a wave of trade rumors and potential blockbuster signings that could fundamentally reshape the Cowboys roster heading into the 2025 season. From whispers about acquiring quarterback Joe Milton in a surprise move to rumors swirling around top-tier defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey and Jaire Alexander, and a possible late-stage free agent splash with Odell Beckham Jr., the Cowboys are back at the center of attention. And make no mistake, these aren't just pipe dreams or baseless gossip. These reports are gaining traction fast across NFL circles, and they could have real implications for Dallas' future if the front office decides to strike. Let's break down everything that's unfolding in this whirlwind of speculation, starting with the Cowboys' surprising reported interest in quarterback Joe Milton, a player who has generated both intrigue and controversy across the league. Joe Milton, the former Tennessee Volunteers quarterback, might not be the first name that comes to mind when discussing the Cowboys' quarterback situation, especially with Dak Prescott still under contract and Trey Lance waiting in the wings. But multiple sources close to the organization have indicated that the Cowboys are exploring options to secure a physically gifted quarterback with long-term upside. Milton's cannon arm, impressive athleticism, and high ceiling potential have reportedly caught the eye of several Dallas scouts. While Milton went undrafted in 2024, he's been viewed as a developmental project with a rocket launcher for an arm, albeit one that still needs refinement in accuracy and decision-making. Now, why would the Cowboys, a team already with two quarterbacks, even entertain the idea of bringing in another one, particularly someone like Milton? It all comes down to leverage and future planning. Dak Prescott's contract remains one of the biggest elephants in the room. His future with the team is uncertain beyond this season. While Jerry Jones has expressed confidence in Dak's leadership and ability to win, the lack of progress in long-term extension talks raises eyebrows. Meanwhile, Trey Lance remains an unproven mystery. The former 49ers third overall pick hasn't taken a meaningful snap in Dallas and remains a question mark in terms of readiness. Bringing in a quarterback like Joe Milton might seem like a depth move at face value, but it could actually be a low-risk, high-reward strategy. The Cowboys coaching staff could mold Milton behind the scenes, knowing that he has raw tools that few other quarterbacks possess. If nothing else, it increases competition in the quarterback room and adds another layer of security for a team trying to prepare for any possible transition under center. On the other side of the ball, the Cowboys' interest in strengthening their secondary continues to dominate headlines. And right now, the two most tantalizing names floating around the rumor mill are Jalen Ramsey and Jaire Alexander, two all-pro caliber cornerbacks who could immediately elevate Dallas' defense from good to elite. Starting with Jalen Ramsey, it's no secret that his current team, the Miami Dolphins, might be looking to create some cap relief, especially after aggressive off-season spending. Ramsey's name has surfaced in trade rumors over the past few weeks, and insiders believe that Dallas could be among the top potential landing spots. Why? Because Ramsey brings experience, championship pedigree, and versatility qualities the Cowboys defense desperately needs after last year's late-season collapse. Imagine a Cowboys secondary anchored by Ramsey and Trayvon Diggs, with Darren Bland sliding into the slot. That trio would be arguably the most formidable cornerback trio in the league. Ramsey's ability to play both outside and inside, along with his elite football IQ and leadership, could be just what Dan Quinn or whoever ends up running the defense needs to stabilize a unit that struggled with injuries and inconsistency. Plus, the Rams and Dolphins both demonstrated how Ramsey thrives when surrounded by a strong pass rush. With Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence leading the front seven, Ramsey could have a career resurgence in Big D. The only sticking point, of course, would be compensation. Would Dallas be willing to part with a second-round pick? Could they ship out a player like Jordan Lewis or even a younger defensive asset as part of the deal? Those details remain murky, but sources suggest the Cowboys are at least doing their homework. Then there's Jaire Alexander, the lockdown corner from the Green Bay Packers. Unlike Ramsey, Alexander is younger and arguably in his prime. He also carries a hefty contract and has had some injury concerns. Still, when healthy, Alexander is one of the most technically sound and sticky man corners in the game today. The Packers have not officially placed him on the trade block, but tensions between Alexander and Green Bay's coaching staff have reportedly escalated, especially after some late-season disciplinary issues. Should the Packers look to move him, the Cowboys could pounce, particularly if they view Alexander as a better long-term fit than Ramsey. Strategically, adding Alexander would give Dallas flexibility with Diggs' contract and allow Bland to continue thriving in a hybrid slot/safety role. Alexander would also fit beautifully into the Cowboys' aggressive man coverage schemes. With his quick feet, elite anticipation, and competitive nature, he'd be a natural fit under Dan Quinn's system. But acquiring him would likely cost a first-round pick or a package that includes multiple day 2 selections. Still, for a team that believes it's a few pieces away from a Super Bowl run, giving up future capital for a known commodity might be a bet worth making. It would also signal to the fan base that the Cowboys are done hesitating when it comes to making bold, aggressive moves in pursuit of greatness. In a division that includes receivers like A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Terry McLaurin, locking down a game-changing cornerback makes all the sense in the world. But let's not forget the offensive side of the equation, because there's another intriguing name being linked to the Cowboys, Odell Beckham Jr. Yes, OBJ. The enigmatic, electric wide receiver remains a free agent after a less than spectacular stint with the Baltimore Ravens. While he wasn't the explosive force of his earlier years, Beckham still showed flashes of brilliance and made key plays in critical moments. What's more, he remains hungry to contribute on a contending team, and according to reports, the Cowboys have quietly maintained interest in him dating back to last season. Could now be the time they finally pull the trigger? With CeeDee Lamb entrenched as WR1 and Brandon Cooks providing speed on the outside, Beckham would fit nicely as a veteran slot option or a savvy third receiver who knows how to find soft spots in zone coverage. It's worth noting that OBJ has a strong relationship with several Cowboys players, including Micah Parsons, who has publicly expressed interest in playing with him. From a marketing perspective, Beckham would bring even more star power to America's team, something Jerry Jones has never been shy about embracing. From a football standpoint, he'd add depth, experience, and a proven playoff performer to a receiver room that struggled with consistency behind Lamb. With Michael Gallup's future uncertain and Jalen Tolbert still developing, Beckham could be the perfect bridge piece. And let's not forget he looked great the last time he was in a playoff environment, helping the Rams win a Super Bowl before getting hurt. If Dallas signs him to a team-friendly, incentive-based deal, it could turn out to be one of the offseason's most underrated moves. Now, of course, not every rumor materializes into reality. The Cowboys have been linked to big names in the past, only to back off at the last minute. But what makes this round of rumors different is the context. Dallas is under immense pressure. The fan base is restless. The front office knows that running it back with the same formula may not be enough. There's an urgency in the air, a sense that the window is open but not for much longer. With contracts looming, injuries always a factor, and competition in the NFC getting tougher, now might be the time to go all in. And these rumors, whether it's a potential development project like Joe Milton, a win-now splash with Ramsey or Alexander, or a calculated veteran signing like OBJ, all reflect that urgency. Insiders say the Cowboys are weighing the cost-benefit analysis of each potential move. Milton would be cheap and low risk. Ramsey would cost capital but could lead a deep playoff run. Alexander would require a bigger investment but offers long-term value. Beckham would be a savvy locker room addition and fill a need without breaking the bank. Jerry and Stephen Jones are known to play their cards close to the vest, but when they do move, it's usually calculated, bold, and headline-making. This offseason feels like the perfect storm for something major to happen, and Cowboys fans can feel it. There's a tension in the air, not of fear, but of expectation. Something is coming. The only question is which move comes first. Some analysts have even suggested that the Cowboys could bundle future picks and a player or two to make a blockbuster trade involving multiple assets, something akin to the Rams' aggressive strategy from a few seasons ago. It's a risky strategy, but the Rams got a Super Bowl out of it. Could the Cowboys go that route, maybe swinging a trade that lands both a star defensive back and a late-stage offensive weapon? It's not impossible, especially when you consider how tight the NFC playoff race could be this year. There's little margin for error. One injury or one blown coverage could be the difference between another early exit and a trip to the NFC Championship game. So as we look ahead to the next few weeks, all eyes will be on the Cowboys front office. Will they make a move for Joe Milton and stash him as a developmental weapon? Will they shock the league by trading for a shutdown corner like Jalen Ramsey or Jaire Alexander? Or will they go the veteran route and sign Odell Beckham Jr. to inject experience and swagger into their offense? The clock is ticking, the pressure is mounting, and Cowboys Nation is watching closely. Every decision matters. Every move counts. And in a league where windows close fast, the time to act is now. The next headline could break any moment, and when it does, you can bet we'll be right here to break it all down for you. Thanks for watching, Cowboys Nation. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dive coverage on all the latest Dallas Cowboys news, rumors, and updates, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a post. We're here for every trade buzz, every roster shakeup, and every touchdown that takes us one step closer to the Super Bowl. Until next time, stay strong, stay loud, and go Cowboys!